Hello everyone. I hope you are doing very well today. And I need your confirmation whether my voice video screen is all clear. Am I audible to all of you? Whether it is good to go? Okay. Thank you very much for your response. Now we are going to start with the topic quality management, and then we will be solving its past paper question from your exam kit. Now the topic name is quality management. The topic name is what? Quality management. Now, what do you exactly mean by this term quality management? Quality management actually means that audit firm is actually managing the quality in the audit firm. Now, the partners in the audit firm are basically responsible for the quality. The senior partners, the partners who are senior, and the lead partners, they are actually responsible to manage the quality of the audit firm. And the quality means whenever I'm talking about the quality, that means that there should be capable staff, there should be competent people, there should be resources, there should be knowledge, there should be independence, and that means the quality. So when I say that this is the product, this is my watch, and it is of quality, so that means its material, its outer look, its inner, everything is qualitative aspect, right? So what do you mean by exactly mean by the term quality management? The quality management is actually covered under ISA 220 and ISQM 1 and ISQM 2. These are actually the quality management standards. ISQM 1 means International Standards on Quality Management, and it is International Standards on Quality Management. That's number 2. So what actually the point is that your audit firm is actually responsible to manage the quality standards. It is responsible to maintain the quality in the firm. So audit firm is actually responsible to maintain the quality in the audit firm, right? And what do you mean by the term quality? Quality means that compliance with the local law, compliance with the ISA's requirement, maintaining the proper documentation, focusing on skepticism. These all are the aspects of the quality. That is, follow standards, follow standards, follow law, follow your skepticism, maintain documentation. These are the aspects of the quality. Now, what actually the elements of the quality we have to look around this quality standards? All right. Now, let's discuss in detail the elements of quality, the elements of QMS, that is quality management system. Just put on the heading of elements of QMS. Elements of QMS. QMS means quality management system. QMS means what? Quality management system. Now, what do you exactly mean by this term, quality management system? What is quality management? That is actually split it into 8 areas. Now, these are the mixture of ISA 220 and ISQM 1 and ISQM 2. These aspects are actually covered in the quality, and quality is one of the important aspect. Quality is one of the important aspect when it comes to the review stage. Quality is a very important thing, is a very, very important thing, and it covers various aspects, and it seems to be one of the important area and the favorite area of the examiner. This is QMS. Now let's talk about this, that what are the elements in QMS. Number one, leadership responsibility. Number one is leadership responsibility. What do you mean by the term leadership responsibility? That means who is ultimately responsible. Leadership is actually showing to the partner. Leadership is actually showing to the partner that is a partner of the audit firm, right? Leadership is actually showing to the partner that is a partner of the audit firm. Now, what is leadership responsibility? That is to promote ethics, to promote ethics, to prepare the team members to follow the quality, to promote ethics and prepare the team members to follow the quality. To prepare team members to follow the quality, to prepare the team members to follow the quality, right? There should be the communication system in the firm. Communication system means that, for example, there should be a network channel in the audit firm that I should guide my juniors. If you are facing any technical problem, discuss with me. If you are facing any, if you are facing any ethical problem, come and discuss with me. So you are supposed to develop the communication channel in the audit firm. What? That is to communication system in the firm. Number one, leadership responsibility. That is ultimately the partner should not look like a manager. The partner should look like a leader. Number two. Number two. Now, what number two is actually? That is the relevant ethical requirement. Relevant ethical requirement. Now, what do you mean by this terminology, relevant ethical requirement? That means the audit firm, the partner should comply with ethics. If there are safeguards, applicable that may reduce the threat, you must apply the safeguards, right? So, what is ethically compilation? You have to follow the ethics. In case of ethical threats, there should be proper safeguards. There should be proper safeguards when there are ethical threats. There should be appropriate safeguards. Number one, leadership responsibility. Number two, relevant ethical requirements. Number three is of the acceptance and continuance. Number three is of the acceptance and continuance. Now, what do you mean by this terminology? This means that whether or not to accept the new client or proceed with the or proceed with the proceed with the existing client. Now there is a question mark. If there is a new client in front of me, whether I should accept it or whether I should continue with my existing client, what are the scenarios? So we need to consider the lot of aspects over here. We need to consider in the capacity of the audit firm. We need to consider the preconditions, the ethical, the practical, the legal requirement. We need to consider whether the owners and board of directors are free from any kind of money laundering or any illegal matters. So these are the factors that determine whether I need to continue with the client or whether or not to accept it. So acceptance is for new clients. Continuance is for existing clients. All right. And this is for new client. Now, what are the factors? What are the parameters that need to be considered? We need to consider owners, board of directors, who are they? We need to consider preconditions, which you might have covered in the ethics lecture. My lecture on ethics is available in your portal, right? Preconditions, ethical, legal, practical. So we need to consider these things, whether or not to accept the new client, whether proceed, whether we should proceed with the existing client, what we should we do. So we need to consider some factors. These are the elements in quality management. What was the initial one? That is leadership responsibility. Number two, relevant ethical requirements. Number three, acceptance and continuance. Number four, we should have resources, that is audit engagement resources. We should have resources. Now, what are resources? That means we should have human resource who are capable, who are sufficient in terms of quantity. That is, we need to consider human resource. We need to consider technological resource. Technical resource, that means AI tool, artificial intelligence tool. That means we should have CATs, computerized assisted audit techniques. We should have these things. Human resource, technological resource. We must have intellectual resource. That is audit guidelines, audit methodologies. That is something that is based on the intelligence. That is an intellectual resource. Audit guidelines. Audit methodologies. These are basically called as intellectual resources. All right. Engagement resources. Next, number 5. Number 5 is of engagement performance. Now, what do you exactly mean by the term engagement performance? Engagement performance means you are actually performing the audit. Engagement performance means you are actually performing the audit, and in performing the audit you must have the direction, you must have the supervisor, your work should be reviewed. Now what are actually the things that there is a colleague, there is a force of audit, and I am checking the receivables, and there is a senior person in the audit firm who should review my work, right? So engagement performance means that is you're actually performing the audit. And in performing the audit, we need proper direction. We need proper supervision. We need proper review. We properly need EQR. You know EQR? That's an engagement quality reviewer. So in my firm, there should be these performing parameters. All right. Number 5 element was that. Now number 6. In number 6, there is monitoring and remedial action. Now, what is this monitoring and remedial action? That means that auditors' work should be monitored it should be evaluated, and there should be the responding actions. Responding actions means that after the evaluation of the audit efforts, after the audit things, there must be the action. If there is any lacking from the side of the auditor, it should be addressed then. So monitoring means that is to monitor, evaluate, responding actions. Number seven. Number seven is the overall responsibility. Number seven is the overall responsibility. What is the overall responsibility? The overall responsibility of the, that is the overall the partner is responsible. Simple is that in overall, the partner is responsible. Number eight, documentation. Now, what is documentation? That is each and every activity must be documented. That is maintaining the proper working file. That is proper audit file. In short words, you can say that working papers. These are the aspects of the quality management. Okay. Okay, students, now let's move a bit forward. What exactly the question you may be receiving in your exam? Now, point is that you may be receiving in your exam a full-fledged question, and you are acting as the reviewer, or you are acting as the, the senior one, the quality reviewer, or any other person who is in the top position in the firm, who is actually evaluating, the audit. Now, see that I am your junior and I have conducted the audit. I have applied the procedures, and I have applied the procedures and I have collected the evidence, right? So what exactly you will be reviewing? I'm just seeing the chat box. Okay. So now put on the heading of exam focus. Evaluate the quality of the audit. And that audit has been already performed. Now, how will you draft your answer? But first of all, leave this thing. What is the requirement? The requirement is that evaluate the quality of the audit. And what do you mean by the term quality? What is quality? If I am saying that, now just make a case that you guys are the senior, for example, and me, Haris, is the junior one. I have applied the procedure. I have collect the evidences. I have documented the evidences in my working paper file. You have now opened it and you are now commenting on the quality, that whether the quality of the firm is good or not. So what exactly includes in the quality? It includes whether ethics complied. It shows whether the ISAs and ISs have been complied with. Compliance of ISAs. There's a question that who does ERQ, the partner? Yes, it is still independent EQR. Why? Because the partner is not directly involved. All the way, if he is not independent, then he or she should try to become the independent. If not by action, then it should be by appearance. You have raised the question that yes, EQR may be from outsider, EQR may be from within the firm. It quite may be possible like that. Now, exam focus point, there is a quality evaluation. And what exactly do you mean by the term quality evaluation? Quality means whether ethics complied, whether ISAs complied. All right. Now, when I'm saying the quality, that means quality is the 360-degree aspect of the entire audit. That is, you need to comment whether risk was assessed, whether materiality was revised, whether materiality was revised. If I am using the same materiality throughout the audit, that means the audit is not of required quality, right? This is, you are actually in the top level of the firm and you are looking down, you are looking the evidences and you are evaluating the audit quality. That is procedures and evidences. Procedures and evidences what I have collected, whether I have applied TOC or substantive, whether skepticism was maintained, whether something complied, whether sampling compiled. Um, just wait. Its skepticism was maintained. Whether the audit was conducted in sampling manner. Whether they have invested sufficient time. Documentation. I guess that's enough. Now just go to the top. It is written about you can write this thing, that is the ethicals compiled, and then there should be the safeguards. Now what exactly is it means? That is, quality means I'm writing ETC. That means quality means maintaining the required level of quality audit into the next level. Quality means required level of quality in the audit firm. And these are the aspects. These are the aspects which covered under the quality. That means you have to assess whether all these things have been complied with. Have you people noticed these things? Quality is actually covering the entire audit. It's actually covering the entire audit in a 360-degree perspective. Now, you people are the auditor. What you are supposed to do, you are supposed to evaluate the audit quality. That means the audit had been performed and you are now supposed to comment on the quality. So right here till this, this is the quality management aspect which we have covered. Now in the next meeting, I will be covering the question on the quality management, right? Question on the quality management. So see you in the next next video lecture, next live episode. Okay, bye bye. Take care.